In my last video, I said that there was no more houses that I couldn't find that I would want to remake, but I found one. This one is Oceanside. So this is what it originally looked like. Very nice modern style house. Originally, it was built on this tiny 20 by 20 lot in Windenburg, but I actually decided for this build, I was going to move it to the 30 by 20 right nearby. So this build was actually a collaboration build done back in January 2016 with gwtreaver, also known as Reaver. He no longer does YouTube, but he was a great builder, great furnisher, and it was really great to collab with him. But I thought it was good to update the build with some new packs and content. So originally the build used only 3 packs. That was the blank canvas build, I guess. The build that I did, I don't remember how many packs I used, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't many because we didn't have nearly as much content as we do today for The Sims 4. So, yeah. But the original build is still out there, as is Reaver's shell that he built for me, which is basically blank. So that's what I used to basically rebuild this house. I just used the build again, pretending that I was collabing again. Which was actually just really fun to kind of think about, like, oh, this is cool. So how would I have done it differently? So this house was actually done way differently. And it's nice to have more space off to the side. I do add a pool. I extend the front like porch area there off to the side. And I was playing with some color schemes up here, but I did decide to go white in the end. Originally, I was thinking of a yellow and white, which actually was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I thought, let's mute that down. I want to save that yellow color for a different build. So I thought this like white and soft blue was great for the build. So yeah, you can find the original shell on the gallery still if you wanted to have fun and try to see how you would furnish it, how you would design this house. This is what the original shell is just listed as on Reaver's page. It's still available. You can also still find the original furnished version or collab version on my gallery page, but this is the new one. And these are the packs I used this time around. A bunch of new content, bunch of new packs. So yeah. As far as this outdoor pergola kind of thing, I was kind of mimicking what Reaver did in the upper level, except I kind of struggled a bit because I built it all out all nice and like great. And then I was using the gardening thing, same thing as above, but then I realized, wait, it's like hanging down below where it needed to line up at. It's like, yeah, that's not going to work. I don't know what was up with that. So I just decided to bring it back in closer to the house and make it kind of like a little pass-through, walk-through. Just a neat architectural design, I guess. As far as the floor plan, it really didn't change a whole lot. I did swap like the living room and kitchen places, and the dining room is in a different spot. Instead of being right by the front door as soon as you come in, it's actually back to the one side, so that kind of makes a little more sense. Upstairs, though, being so tight and so small compared to the first floor, you had less space to work with, so the bathroom and the other bedrooms pretty much basically stayed almost in the exact same spots, but they're furnished much more nicer. I really took my time with it. Not to say that I didn't take my time back in the day when I collab, but like just having the new content there available to use just makes it look so much more pretty. I really, really love how this kitchen turned out. We are using the Home Chef Hustle kit or stuff pack, not a kit, stuff pack. That's right. I'm just so used to having kits and not stuff packs because it's been so long that you forget that this is an actual stuff pack. I did mix a little Dream Home decorator for the range top there, and I was kind of figuring out how I wanted to do the upper cabinets, but I decided to kind of split it and have open shelves, and I used some open shelves off to the one side of the kitchen. And it's nice having this small little island in the center. The one cabinet, like, it's not entirely lined up properly, so you will see that clip in certain areas, but I just kind of was like, you know what? It's the look I wanted to go with, so we're just going to ignore that it does that. And you wouldn't even see it if you're playing, because if you just play from this perspective, like the side perspective looking into the kitchen, then you wouldn't even see it because it's on the other side closer to the door. So But yeah, the whole idea was to improve the flow and the look of the house. And yeah. As far as in other news, I just finished up a horse ranch giveaway. I selected 2 winners yesterday, October 21st, on my Twitter or X page. So that ran for about a week. There were about over 175 entries for horse ranch, and I gave away 2 copies. So yeah, as far as the living room, I decided to go with this like turquoisey seafoam colored couch, still using that picture frame television because I thought that would go great here, to kind of make it like, it doesn't really look like a real living room. I didn't really want to do like the normal hanging on the wall kind of TVs. Something else I want to share with you is I shared this house on the gallery already with the table pushed up closer to the door like this, like that sliding glass door. But the problem is the sliding glass door disappears. I think I still had move objects activated, so it didn't like complain about spacing, but when I placed the law as like a test, the door was gone, so it might disappear. So the solution is to just back the table up 1 tile and then replace the door. It's the same size door from the kitchen off to the side of the kitchen, so it works. You can easily fix it and get it so it doesn't complain and the door will actually stay, but that was just a oversight on my part. So we're doing a little like nook here with the bookshelves and some cabinets. The cabinets on the bottom are not functional, and kind of neither are the bookshelves. It's mainly just like a cluttery decorative area, but it's still nice to have. I borrowed that from one of my other remasters on the channel. And here I was thinking about like a bar cart or something, or just a bar, but it really wouldn't fit with the tight space. So I thought plant table, perfect. I don't use enough of these little like plants from the Blooming Rooms kit. And this green accent wall is really pretty. I decided to kind of carry a similar green tone through the rest of the house and then up the second floor into the hallway area. And I use the hexagonal hardwood floor, which is something that I don't normally use because I feel like it looks too busy. I've used it in the past, but like in smaller areas and not really in like houses, like at least like for a whole main floor like this. But it's nice. It adds a nice geometric shape to it, and it's a nice tone that I wanted. So it works, I think. That area rug in the living room, I really like that. I think that one, where was that from? I'm trying to think of what expansion. I want to say Get Famous. It's like a locked away rug, and there's like many different swatches, and I just love some of the colors and geometric patterns on it, so I thought that's perfect to use. We're now doing the master upstairs. So in the like 2 little cutouts there, originally in the original build, I just had like 3 shelves, but I used some of the Dream Home Decorator dressers and then the Home Chef Hustle Kit open shelves and created a much nicer looking kind of dresser area. And then we have this whole wall, which is like an open wardrobe kind of thing. This giant mirror that I'm moving up the wall won't be functional because it'd be out of view of Sims, but I just wanted it for decorative purposes, and it just looks nice there, having that nice glow and being circular. I do put a regular mirror kind of against the wall there. That would actually be functional for Sims, but it was just more for aesthetics, I guess, because it's like, look at this cool, like, open dressing thing. I do some watches for clutter, different shoes and perfumes and stuff like that, but I kept it pretty like minimal and clean. Didn't want to like clutter it too much with clothing or anything like that, and I didn't want to use the like the actual hanging clothing because I tend to use that in pretty much all of the wardrobes, so I thought this was a different way of doing it, and those bottom pieces will actually function as like a dresser, so it works well. We are using the Modern Luxe Kit curtains, and I made sure that they did not actually stick through the floor this time, so that's important to remember. And then we're doing this smaller bedroom here, which I went for like a turquoisey theme in here. I kind of styled it more towards a male sim, but a couple color swatch changes or like maybe change up the wallpaper if you don't like the color, and it could be anybody's room. You could turn it into a nursery. whatever you wanted it to be, a toddler's room, you just have to swap out a few items, but just kind of decorated it more towards that. I did use some high school living, I think. High school living? Yeah. Pretty sure it's high school living for the posters and stuff on the wall. I was thinking maybe growing together, but no, I don't think so. I'm trying to remember. But I did use some clutter from high school years, not high school living. I just realized that. High school years, that's what it's called. Jeez, so many packs. Hard to remember. And then this is the upstairs bathroom. Kind of small, but I used the shower and tub combo from Growing Together, which is like still my favorite shower to use. Just looks so pretty, and there's so many different swatches to use. So we made this kind of like a black bathroom over here, and it's right off the hallway. It's not attached to any bedrooms or anything like that. And then we're just kind of finishing up the hallway, and then we move to the exterior where I kind of play around with some chairs. I think we use Eco Living like lounger chairs, and then there was another like patio furniture with umbrella, and I think that was from one of the earlier stuff packs. Like it's a very early stuff pack. I cannot remember the name just because there's so many. But the gallery will tell you all the packs that you need. But as far as the lot itself, it's called Oceanside. I just called it 2023 Remaster on the gallery. So this is what the new version would be. It's 93,612 simoleons on a 30 by 20 lot. So it's on a bigger lot than the original because I wanted to add a pool and just have some more space to the one side of the house. And then there's just 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms here. But yeah, if you want to download the shell, feel free to give it a go if you can find it on the gallery there. It's actually really fun. If you guys would be open to like a shell challenge or like doing some shells where I just like build a house and you furnish, or you build me a house and I furnish it, that's probably something that we could explore. If you'd be interested, do leave a comment below. Maybe with your gallery ID or your EA ID. That way I can find some of your creations. And if you had a specific house that you would want me to like furnish or build or anything like that, do let me know in the comments below, and I could definitely take a look at that, because this would be the last remaster that I'm going to do. This was the last one that I found in my library that I was like, oh yes, I wanted to do this house. So absolutely beautiful house. I love how it turned out. I love just some of the additions that I made to the exterior, kind of styling it, but overall kept the same shape, same design, just different interior layout, but I think it works much better as a functional house. The upstairs, again, didn't really change a whole lot, but the downstairs, it kind of makes more sense, because I was like, wait a minute, like I'm looking through the house like before I even did this, and I'm like, why did I put the dining room table like directly in front of the front door, and why is the living room back here and the kitchen over here? Like some of my thought process, I guess, I don't know, is just different now. And I guess I just have more experience, you know, doing it for years versus earlier in the days when we only had like 1 expansion pack and a couple of stuff packs, or maybe even 2 expansion packs at most. So it's definitely different, and a lot of the new objects give you way more abilities to style something differently and kind of change it up into how you kind of would want to see it today. I absolutely love this master, absolutely beautiful. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the master. Also, if you just enjoy the video in general, make sure to subscribe for new builds. But that is all I had for this video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.